Okay, I think we got it. So it is Thursday, May 28th, and I had so much fun doing the Sunday puzzle. I thought I would record the Thursday one. Now today's a little different from my usual setup. I'm on my desktop, so I'm recording I'm recording on the desktop, so I'm using the applet, which I typically don't use, but I am signed in, and apparently I'm on a 17-day streak, which makes me thrilled. So for Thursdays, you can see my average actually on the screen. My best time is 8:27, and my average time looks like it's probably about, 17 minutes or something. So we'll see. But I thought Thursday would be interesting. It's a challenge for me because Thursday always has some kind of like trick to it. It's the trickiest of all the puzzles, meaning there's no theme to give us a hint, and very often Thursdays are where you see like a rebus thing or some kind of like trick where letters are left out or added in or something like that. So we'll see. This one's by John Kugelman, edited by Will Shorts. So I don't know, today could be the day that you watch me have to go fish for answers. All right, so let's do this. I have no idea, but maybe it's Gandhi. Programming statement that can result in spaghetti code. I don't know. I think this could be a hem, like, excuse me. We'll see. Totenberg. I feel like Nina, maybe? I'm going to put it in because that rings a bell. Oh, and I have a real clacky keyboard, so I have no idea what those are still. You can see I start always at the northwest corner of the puzzle, and the goal is to kind of like work my way over and then around. I kind of work in a circle, I guess. So we'll see if that continues. Ultimately, though, I use the same kind of process that I use on Sundays, which is if I have a toe hold somewhere, I'll keep going. Okay, let's keep going. People who get walked all over. We'll see. Bit of a laugh. This could either be like tee-hee, either one of those, or like a har or something. I don't really know. I think this may be an H though. If this could potentially, I thought Gandhi was spelled G-H, but this could be Gandhi if the H is here, and that would be like a har, H-A-R, or H-E-H. We'll see if either of those play out. Not separated. I don't know. Let's keep going. And the other thing that I try to do in puzzles all the time is I think I rely on these like words that kind of give us a whole bunch of other words. So if I can get like one of these edge words, that really opens the door for a lot of others. Fly by night types. This could be bats. Throwing style. I don't know. Bit of a lark. Also don't know. Okay. Well, you're watching me fail at this puzzle so far. Answer to, why is your report card in the trash? I don't know. This could be vi or it could be opt. Now, oil, they say. Written with venom. Okay, just from the standpoint of the clues, I already like this one a lot. I think it's making me laugh. Long-handled gardening tool. Oh. Ho. That's the answer to this. I love that clue. That's very funny. Veto. Oh, I'm not sure. McGuire's rival. Ooh, that's Sosa. I remember that season before they were both like sullied by a steroid thing. Fremont and Folsom. I think that's streets. And baseball team formerly known I don't know, but this is going to be an E, I'm pretty sure. Parrot. I think this is ape. You know, if you parrot what something's doing, you are aping them. This also comes up in so many puzzles, which is why I'm guessing that is what it is. I feel like this, I don't know. Icy passage to Antarctica's McMurdo Station. I also don't know. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel like it should be spelled. I have other clue ideas for that one. Dark and sultry, like a femme fatale's gaze. You know what? This is so well written. Like, even reading it out loud, I love it. Guardians of... Oh boy. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so... 2 for many... Oh, that's going to be par for putt-putt. 2 makes sense. Kind of a drag. I don't know. Preacher's gift. Why do I feel like this could be gospel? Okay, so because I'm guessing that this is going to be gospel because it's some preacher clue, if I pretend that that's what it is, it's not gospel, but oddly enough, that whole thing got me to think. Written with venom, I wonder if this is going to be poison pen, which if it is, I love it. I don't know. Yeah, it most certainly is, because this gives us opt then. I don't know. Answer to why you're... Okay, I don't know. Veto. Oh, Nyx. Which, I love that clue. And then we have... Oh... Texas. Ooh, that's on the tip of my tongue. Let's come back to that. Okay, baseball team known as the Colt 45s. That's going to be Astros, which is great. Answer to why is your report card in the trash? Oh, no reason? Question mark? I don't know. It fits. I think that's... Listen, I'm going to give props for the cluing so far, but this is going to be C, I think. And maybe this is Texas T. Okay, preacher's gift, so present makes sense here. Kind of drag. I don't know. I don't know what this is. That'll become apparent maybe in a minute. Lady killer. I bet this is Lothario. Maybe? Lothario. Fly by night types. Well, we know it's going to end with an S. So. Machiavellian. Maybe this is sly. I'm going to try it. Never hurts to try. Yeah, and a Baroque instrument would be a viol. We know viola, but viol. Throwing style, overhand, over something, maybe. I'm going to leave this portion in here and we'll see. Oh, fly-by-night types, owls. I love a good owl, and we have an owl just outside the window here. They make me think of smart. Bit of a lark. I don't know. We'll see. We're coming up with something right. Walking around money for Pavarotti. Why do I feel like this might be 20? I'm not going to put it in yet, but I feel like that could be the thing. Whistling stick-up man on the wire. I think I remember it being Omar. I didn't watch The Wire, but I feel like that's a solid guess. I feel like I may remember that from like, the culture zeitgeist. Programming statement I still don't know that. Oh, this is Mecca. And I'm a little concerned with this, but let's just see if we can keep going. Kind of drag. I'm not sure. Flycatcher. This could be like maybe it's a mitt. So the clue, it makes me think it's not straightforward because it has a question mark. So those are always like clever, or there's some kind of like wink and a nod. And so I feel like flycatcher for just being literal is one thing, but this I think means baseball. So I'm going to put mitt in here just because I think that's probably right. It's a zoo out there. I don't know. National drink of Puerto Rico. Wow, I don't know. People who get walked all over, I bet, are doormats. Which I don't know how I feel about that clue, but whatever. Mexico's Tabasco, Jalisco, and others. These are states, and because it says so this accent mark tells me that is Mexico, which means the answer is going to be in Spanish. So I think that's estados. And I only know that word. I don't speak Spanish well, but I do know I live in Los Estados Unidos, which is the United States. So states works there. Okay, let's keep going. Perceptive. That'll be fun. The muscle clues always make me laugh. My background in physical therapy healthcare. Muscle exercise with the shoulder press is delt. Boy, we had lats on Sundays. Today we have delts. Resident of Rivendell is elf. Thank you, Lord of the Rings. And perceptive, I still don't know. Blue stop sign. Okay, we know that's not going to be straightforward because of the question mark, so we'll see. Get an A. Annoying, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. Fan of I statements. Egoist. Now, I have an issue with this. If this ends up being correct, I'll look it up to make sure, but the word I typically would use here is egotist. And the fact that they drop it out and they use egoist, I feel like I don't love it. It feels like a made up version of this word, even if the word is like, when have you ever used the word egoist? But I'm pretty sure it's going to be right because, of course, we get till death do us part. I think my spidey senses tell me this is, well, actually, sometimes the hardest ones are these types of clues where it's like assumed that we all talk this way. I don't know. We'll see. 60 minuti is ora, which is an hour, either in Italian or I think Spanish. Clear. I don't know. Blue stop sign. I still don't know. But I'm wondering, I was originally thinking work, but having a K on a 3-letter word is rare, I feel like. So, org targeting Walter White. Was that FBI? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. It's a zoo out there. It's menagerie. I love that word. I can't remember the last time I've seen it in a puzzle. I like it. Wow, I'm still fascinated by what this could be. I don't know. Also, we haven't really gotten around to solving that mystery, but let's just keep going, making our way through all the clues, and then I kind of come back and comes on little cat feet. Oh, I was going to say the night. This is a reference to a poem. I don't remember which one. Poetry is not my thing. Comedian Jimmy, I should be able to get this eventually. I need a little more of a clue there. Dissect the diagram. Okay, start of many. Okay, I'm going to say this is intro, probably. That does seem to make sense. Where to look if you're looking for love. Okay, so love is the New York Stock Exchange name for Southwest. So this is going to be NYSE, and we know that it's going to be the abbreviated because we get this in the clue. So that tells us that we're going to be dealing in abbreviations. So that's fun. That's a good clue. Local leader is prohibited. We'll find out. Bum around Europe. Bum around Europe. I don't know. Changes the locks. I think this is hair. And I think it's dyes, actually, for a couple of reasons, but mostly because all of the letters in this word are good end letters for other words. So I'm going to leave that right there. Spy versus spy. That is so crazy. I was just thinking about spy versus spy the other day for the first time in like 20 years. It's weird how the puzzle, like, sometimes I feel like it hears my thoughts or I hear its thoughts. I don't know. It's so weird how this happens. It's mad. Mad Magazine. Is spy versus spy. Bum around Europe. I still don't know. And I also don't know. Let's come down here. Who said I'm so mean? I make medicine sick. I have no idea. Plus budgety. My gut is telling me this is anal, like anal retentive. We'll see. Mindless repetition is rote. And affliction for many first responders would be PTSD. And we know here the clue tells you we're going to deal in a abbreviation of some kind because it puts in brief. So right away we know we're going to abbreviate or it's going to be an acronym or something. Lawman who got out of Dodge is ERP. Oh, Wyatt. Intentional creases are pleats. And acted all crabby. This is going to be something with like actually getting crabs out of the ocean, I feel like. I don't know what it is, but I think that's what we're looking for, not like some mood. I still don't know. I don't know what this is. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. It's funny. We'll find out. Local leader is prohibited. Mayor, I bet. May or may not. Oh, and that's the theme, right? Do you see that? So we have may or may not, but we have the answer to the clue is mayor, may not. So that's kind of what we're dealing with all of these question marks that are going to be the across. So this one up here is going to be this. And by the way, I'm sure you know this if you're watching a video about puzzle solving, but the puzzles are perfectly symmetrical. I don't remember what they call it, but it's like if you fold the puzzle in half, each half is exactly the same. It's like a mirror image. And so we know these clues that have the question marks that are across are going to all be kind of play on this theme. Like this one will, yeah, and then this one is the match to this one. This one is the match to this one. So you can kind of like figure out the ones you got to watch for. Comes on little cat feet. That's going to kill me. I'll get it, but Jimmy. Why do I want to say this is either par or far? We'll save that. Oh, darn it. This is much more mundane than I thought it was. Comes on little cat feet is tiptoes, because the opposite of that is, I think, either stomps or clomps. And I'm not going to fill in the top so that we have a free mind when we're looking at this bigger clue, but we're close. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. Ali, boxer, Muhammad Ali. And acted all crabby. I still don't know. Oh, sidled. That's right. Crab sidle. And this gives us eyed, and I don't know what look that is. We'll keep working. Dissect with the diagram. I'm wondering if this is parse, which could make this trumps, and that makes sense. So I'll leave it in until it becomes an issue. Guardians. Why do I feel like this is going to be something Japanese just based on this word, which I've never heard of? Oh gosh. Okay. I wonder if this is slow-eyed, and I'm not sure why. I've heard that expression before. Slow is, I mean, whenever there's a clue about like gin and tonics or gin, slow comes up because it's a type of fruit, but I'm not sure why or if it's the same thing in this context. However, this will become Ross C because now I recognize that. I still don't know. Oh, okay. I do know. We know that this ending is going to be T-I-O-N. Something, probably fiction. Yeah, Jimmy Carr and fiction. So Jimmy Carr is the comedian. Fiction is the word. And then this brings us to senseis, which are like the masters of martial arts, I think, or maybe just karate specifically. I know that from the Karate Kid. Okay. Kind of drag. I don't know. Oh. Okay. So this was concerning me. Throwing style, I'm pretty sure is going to be overarm, which... Overarm? Underarm? Overarm. Okay, I guess. Kind of drag, though, is what sold me because this is going to be main. Now, even though this clue has a question mark, it is not part of the theming, which I'm pretty sure is done intentionally to kind of like throw you off guard. But this does not have to fit the same rules that these longer ones. So typically there's like, in this puzzle, there's going to be 4 theme answers, which I showed before. So we're good here. Preacher's Gift. Yeah. Pastor present is the answer to the clue. And obviously the like second way you could read it would be past or present, right? I like this puzzle. This is clever. National drink of Puerto Rico will be pina colada. And thank God they don't make us put an actual enye in the puzzle. I don't know how to do that on the keyboard, and I think that would really screw up. I'm sure it's some like form of disrespect, but you're going to use a regular N here. Okay. Perceptive is sensate. Weird word, but it's correct. Yes. 5 and 8 go into 42. For example, this clue answer is going to be factor fiction, because neither 5 nor 8 go into 42. So as factors, that is fiction. However, the regular phrase is fact or fiction. You know what? Props for this puzzle. This is fun to solve. Clear is going to be rid, and I kind of knew that because we have blue stop sign safe word. That's funny. I appreciate that it's making me laugh. This is nice. Oh, good clue here. Tertiary. I love that word, so I love that it showed up here. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. It's funny. It's actually very clever. Like, I hate that I couldn't get that. It's very clever. You know what? Props to the constructor of this puzzle. I'm really enjoying doing it today. Okay, it's not going to be my fastest. What I'm learning is these, do these with me. They're going to really throw off my averages because it takes me longer to do them. Okay, let's get on with it. Birthplace of Dr. Pepper. I'm pretty sure this is Waco. Not involving David Koresh, but same spot. Yeah, I love this. Okay, this clue, walking around money for Pavarotti, is tenor 20. Tenor, Pavarotti was a tenor, and he walks around with the 20 in his pocket. However, you can see the phrase is 10 or 20, the more familiar phrase. And here's the thing. This, I think, bit of a lark. I still don't know. Wing, maybe? Oh, yeah, it's wing for sure. I was thinking of lark like an adventure. It is actually literally the bird. And this has to be a vowel because of this placement. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be arg with 2 A's, which is not familiar. But, you know, you do what you have to do, I guess. Not separated is intact. I'm pretty sure this is going to be Gandhi, which only goes to prove initial thoughts are the right ones. This is going to be har, like har. And hilarious that this is the last one. I myself am one of these. 32 Thursdays in a row. I'm better at these than I thought I was. So there we go. Congrats. We solved the Thursday and I didn't even have to look up any answers. So hope you enjoyed.